everybody. How are you doing tonight? We are here with another exciting flight, and where are we going to go this time, you say? Well, let me tell you, my nephew Ben would love to see the Burj Khalifa. So we're going to go over here, since the world is at our disposal, and do a quick search, and there it is, Burj Khalifa. We're going to click on that, and it'll whisk us halfway around the world here to Dubai, and there is the Burj Khalifa. Let's zoom out a little bit. And it looks like, to our fortune, that there is a airport right close to it, the Dubai International Airport. So what we will do is choose this, and we will say this will be our departure. And we'll pick the Burj Khalifa, and we'll say this is our arrival. And then we'll I guess we'll turn around and we'll go land back at the airport again. There's another one over here we might land in. So there's a couple of choices that we have, but that is our flight today. Pretty short one. It says 4 minutes. Probably take a little longer the way I fly. But also, at the moment, it is like 4 in the morning over there apparently. So instead of seeing it at 4 in the morning, let us go over here and we will turn off our, and we will do a little bit of exciting, what do you call it, magic, I suppose. We're going to change the time. We're going to make it about, let's say 11 in the morning, 11:08, why not? And we're going to have clear skies, so that way we know the weather will be great. We will be able to see the Burj Khalifa perfectly. Everything is going to be cool. So we will close that. And with that, we've chosen, we've chosen our airplane to be the Icon A5. This is a pretty cool plane. It's very small. Holds 2 people, and it's also amphibious, so you could land this plane on water. You can sort of see the wheels here. They just tuck in, and you can just land this sucker on any water that you want, as long as there's enough room, of course. And that's pretty cool. We're going to have to try that sometime, but today we're going to go see the Burj Khalifa. So I think we are all set, except for the most important part, air traffic control options. So this, we want, because this is Ben's flight, we're going to call this Ben, and he wanted 084. For his number, so that'll appear on the side of our plane, and his call sign is Benjitron, and the flight number will stay 084. So the hang on, let's get that in there, 084. And so when the tower talks to us, we should hear Benjitron 084, do this or do that, which is very cool. Okay, I think we are ready to go. We've got our flight planned, and we're set. Let's get in the air, shall we? It'll take a couple of minutes to load everything up, because obviously the world takes a little bit of time to load up, but this is going to be cool. I haven't seen the Burj Khalifa before, other than pictures, of course, so it's going to be neat to actually fly around it and have a look at what it looks like nice and close up. This is going to be cool. Very, very cool. The Burj Khalifa, of course, is the tallest tower in the world. The CN Tower in Toronto used to be the tallest until they built the Burj Khalifa, so now the CN Tower is the second tallest tower in the world, which is a bit of a bummer, I admit. But hey, what can you do? I guess somebody had to build a taller tower at some point, and so the folks in Dubai said, we want the tallest tower, so we're going to build it, and they did. What can you do? That's the way it goes. The CN Tower is still my favorite, of course. I've actually never been up in the CN Tower. That's something I really have to do, although, man, I don't know. That's very high, so looking down from the CN Tower would be a pretty weird feeling, I have to think. But I know a lot of people who have done it and say it's very, very cool. So maybe one of these days we'll have to make that happen. But for now, we're just going to fly by the Burj Khalifa and tell it, hey, the CN Tower's better. All right.
Benjitron 084 ready at runway 30 right, departure to the west.
There is Benjitron 084. Should read back.
084 cleared for takeoff, runway 30 right west, departure approved.
We are cleared for takeoff. There's Ben 084 on the tail.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 30 right, Benjitron 084.
There's our plane ready to go. Look at these shots, aren't they cool? They look awesome. Benjitron 084 is ready to fly. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Here we are on the runway, and there's our VFR map. We're here. Well, that'll show us where we're going. Let's put that over here just for a second, and it'll show you, I think, is we're just going really just right over here. But we will get rid of that for the time being. What I'll do is I'll make that a window over here where I can see it. But really, we don't need it for this flight. And there's the air traffic control and what it's going to tell us. And we'll probably move that out of the way too, so you can see this nice and clear. All right, we are ready to go. We're going to take the parking brake off. Very important. Oh, did I just stall the plane? Did I just turn it off? Tell me I didn't. Did I just stall the plane, Ben? Apparently I did. There we go. Oh, we're moving. Everything's fine. Okay. Well, that was a fun start. As you can tell, I'm an expert with these planes, except for the expert part. Let's go to our cool view here, and we will, assuming I don't turn the plane off in midair again, we will get going and pull up. And we are flying. How cool is that? I'll try and get up nice in the air here a little bit. Get above the runway. We are clear for the west departure, which is cool. And there you can already see it. You can already see the Burj Khalifa, and we're going to turn left here. Start heading that way. There it is. So we're only just over 6 nautical miles away, which is about 11 or so kilometers, about that. Apparently 1 nautical mile is about 1.8 kilometers, somewhere in there, approximately. Don't know exactly, but I think that's pretty close. So we shouldn't take us too long to get there. According to the flight plan, only 4 minutes, so we'll just fly right out of here. Not right at it, we want to go around it, that's for sure. And in the meantime, is this pause working? No, it's not. We will just have a nice look around as we start to descend here. On that descent, we're climbing. We're climbing up nice and even like. We'll try and level off a little bit. There we go. As you can see, we can go to our drone cam here. And our drone cam lets us look around. Anyways, you can see we're still going up. And lets us look around anywhere we want to go. Want to go underneath the plane. Have a look at it. Look how cool that looks. See that from underneath the plane, or we can go above the plane and look down on it like this. Look at that. Is that a cool shot? Pretty neat what you can do with this, and basically look around and do almost anything you want to do. But as you can see from this, we're actually kind of going a bit in the wrong direction. So let's get back on course. We'll move it on back here as we, there we go. That's much better. Stick with where we're going here. It's pretty good. This looks like about a good height. I'd like to cruise around at this height if we can. There we go. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. We can look around, get a better view right there of the old Icon A5. Let's look in our cockpit here. This is everything. As you can see, we have our airspeed indicator. This is our altitude. Make sure our oil's okay, how much fuel we got, what the revolutions per minute, the RPMs are in the monitor, and there's our VFR map. That's just visual flight rule map, which shows us, hey, where we are, all the stuff around us. And very handy to do when you're flying a plane. It's kind of important to know where you are. So we are right there in the old Ben 084. Benjatron 084 is flying. So there we go. We're getting pretty close now, just over 3 nautical miles to the Burj Khalifa as we cruise on in here. Got some nice body of water over there. We got some buildings. If we look down, we can see a lot beneath us. Look at that. Looks like, I don't know what any of this is. This looks like almost like a racing track or something. It looks pretty darn cool. We got this stuff over here. It's a pretty neat place, isn't it? But most special is our friend the Burj Khalifa, which we are going to see right now. Look how cool that is. Looks awesome, doesn't it? So we'll just move over here a little bit. I mean, we don't want to crash into it, obviously, but we'll kind of do a lap around it if we can. Looks pretty great. Look at all those islands and stuff over there. That looks really cool. Dubai is a very interesting place, I tell you. There we go. Only 2 nautical miles away. We've got, look at that water running through the city. Is this looks like a track and field track right there? Maybe a soccer field. Pretty cool. Lots of neat things to see up this high. We're about 4,000 feet now, so we can probably drop down a little. We don't want to go too high here. We're looking pretty good. There's the Dubai Mall right beneath us there. That's pretty cool. Get a good view of that as we cruise on by. And there, of course, the Burj Khalifa. We're almost there. We're going to go right by the top of it. Maybe we'll drop down a little bit just to get a little bit lower. We can see it a bit better. There we go. Look at that. Now we'll get the camera down on it. Let's see if we can go down here a little bit more. We don't want to go too low, obviously, so we don't crash this sucker. That would be a bad idea, but there's a good view of it. Check it out. There it is from the very top. Look at that. That is cool. Very, very neat. Now we'll try and go around it here. And once we get lower, and we'll drop down some. Look at those islands and stuff out there. Aren't those cool? Pretty neat stuff as we're going to drop down here a little bit more. There we go. Now we should be able to do our turn. Make sure we got lots of room.
Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
And we're going to turn it around.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
There we go. There's a great view of it.
Charlie airspace, Ventron 08.
Get down a little lower even. And we'll go right by it. Look at that. That is cool. Trying to go into it. That would be bad. But by it would be very cool. There's a good view of it. A little more side view. Look at that as we cruise along here. And we'll level this up a little bit. Maybe we'll go back to our drone cam real quick. And get another good look at it. A little closer. Look at that. Whoop, let's zoom that up. There it is as we slowly move away from it, but that is cool. That is it. The Burj Khalifa. Very, very tall. Very cool stuff, Ben. You picked a really good spot. Really, really good spot. Very cool. All right, so now we just have to land the plane. Is that all? So I think we've got a plane, or I should say an airport, right near us here. So we're going to say this OMDF1 here, and we're gonna
Oscar Mike Delta Foxtrot, traffic Ventron 0845 miles north, 1,700 feet.
And we'll ask for permission to land. There it is. There's our flight plan. So we're gonna just drift on over here. As you can see, this is our landing path, the game helping me out on how to, actually fly this thing, which is very helpful, because I'm not a real pilot, obviously, and I don't think I ever will be, but it's sure fun to boot around in a plane like this. Man, I should have really taken this out and landed in the water. We'll have to do that next time for sure. But we will cruise into our glide path here. I probably should have put the landing gear up for this whole flight, but I didn't. That's okay. And we'll get into the groove here, and we'll get into the pattern that they tell us to get in. And we'll slide on over here real nice. There we go. Tuning in. Got about 3.5 nautical miles. And we'll start slowing down a little bit. So apparently that's what they want us to do. Alright, and we're looking good now. Except for, of course, them telling us, hey, you're going too fast. But that's okay. We're not going that fast yet. We're starting to sink down here a little bit. I cut the power. The trick is not to cut it too soon. So we can probably cut it down a little more than that. There we go. Let's give her a little bump here and we'll turn the rudder over so we move over a bit. There we go. Very nice. So we're a little high, but that's not so bad. So we'll sink pretty fast. So I think we are right on track here. Maybe a little more to the left. Let's see, this is from our cockpit. There we go. Wouldn't it be nice if you were flying and you were actually going too fast? You had giant letters in the air saying, too fast! You're going too fast! But sadly, that's not the way it works. But I think we're doing good. Slow down our speed here, and I will get back. Oh, we're drifting to the right here a little bit, so let's get over here. There we go. I think we're pretty darn good. I don't know about this too fast business, but it looks like the runway, if I can see that right, it looks like the runway might actually be grass. Look at that. That's interesting. So we're actually going to land on a big pile of grass, apparently. Assuming, you know, I land okay, which I'm sure I will. I'm sure it'll be fine. See, now it seems like I'm too low. So I don't know about this too fast stuff. I'm going to pull up here a little bit. Alright, we're looking pretty good. Maybe a little higher here. We're about 200 feet. That's not bad. We're looking pretty good. Now we want to power right down here. Okay, I think we're looking good. We're going to land on the grass. Maybe a little higher. Alright, there it is. Yep, it's a grass runway, alright. We're just gonna... Oh, we're stalling out here a little bit, probably because we're a little too high. Or a little too low, really. Hey, we're on the ground. We did it. We are on the ground in the middle, and we will hit the brakes. We straighten out here a little bit. And stop. We did it! We are on the ground! Take a look back there. There's the Burj Khalifa way back there. This is a cool airport, I tell you, with grass runways. Are you kidding me? That's pretty cool. Well, that was Dubai and the Burj Khalifa. Very cool. Ben, I hope you liked it. And if there's anywhere else you want to go, just let me know and we will fly and take a look at it. This has been a lot of fun. Oh, first, of course, we should probably go in here and turn off the plane. Just like, well, we should probably turn this to off. Turn that off. There it is, and we did it. There's our logbook. Time of flight took 12 minutes, 12 seconds, all in the daytime because that's what we set it at. And pretty darn cool. We did it. So I hope you like this, and we'll definitely do more Benjitron flights, and we'll be coming up with more flights for both for Katie and for Zachary, and hey, maybe for Eric and for anybody else who would like to see some pretty cool sights. All right, Captain Brew Guy here saying, see you later.